All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're so excited to have everyone here with us this morning. Today, our special guest is a very dear friend of mine. He's actually been my personal business coach for the last 8 or so years. And he's going to do a really cool training with us this morning and invite us to an event that he is hosting next week. So, um, Casey, like you guys, I just told you I've been he's been my coach for 8 years. I think that really says something. I trust this guy. I love this guy. He has a ton of energy and a ton of knowledge. And so I'm just gonna turn the mic over to him because obviously Debbie is not feeling well or thinking well. This head cold has really got me. So Casey, the mic is yours, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, Debbie. And thank you for showing up, even if you don't feel 100%. Like, that's half the business game. So many people are like, oh, I've got a little stuffed up nose. I've got a commitment. I'm just going to like stay in bed, right? So there's already a business lesson right inside there. Ray, thank you so much for also having me on. The two of you, what you're doing for the real estate space and really providing a platform and education for people to save time and make more money in the real estate business is absolutely awesome. So I am super thrilled and honored to be here. But listen, you guys are not here to hear about how awesome I think I am. So let's just make you some money. That's at the bottom line. That's kind of the name of the game here. So here's my introduction. My name is Casey. I've been Debbie's business coach for 8 years. She's got the largest, she and Ray have got the largest real estate active agent Facebook group on the planet. I could run down the list of accolades of these two. That either means something to you or it doesn't. And it's totally cool if it doesn't. Then here's the deal. All's fair in love and lead gen. And today's 20 minutes together is actually going to be inspired by a post that I saw in Ray and Debbie's group. And the post was, how do I generate leads and not pay for them? Right? Which to some extent seems to me like a silly question, in the sense that if you don't have money to put into your business, you're going to be a little bit of a little bit of a slow start versus somebody that has a bunch of money. But needless to say, today we're going to focus on some things that you can do to generate leads in business with zero money or little money out of your pocket. I'm going to give you two real estate stories on two personal real estate agents that I coach, and just give you a very quick result in both of them. And we're going to dive into one of them. So one of them I've been her coach for several years. She is kind of what put her in the kind of like backseat realtor game, meaning it's not her number one deal. But she makes $250,000 a year selling properties. And the only thing she does is stays connected to the 83 people that she has closed transactions with in the past. Once a month, religiously, she is in front of those people. Now, she uses a direct mail tool. Debbie is happy to recommend the direct mail tool that she uses. I don't care what tool you use, but if you could send out 83 greeting cards and make $250,000, it's a pretty dang good return on that investment. So I like to play in the real estate game ROI and ROE, return on investment, and ROE, return on energy. Oh, so good to see Ken Letourneau here. By the way, if you guys have clients or you're interested in tax liens and tax deeds and the entire world of tax sales, there's nobody better than Ken. And I love it because Ken literally told me yesterday that give him 3 years, he'll be the number one tax lien professional in the world. And I have absolutely no doubt. He's already globally known on TikTok. So I say this like, we are in results. Like, I see many people that I work with every day, like Emmeline that I get a chance to work with. I saw Peggy on here. I saw Steve Smith somewhere. Steve's on here. These people are out committed to their business, right? So number one, I think you need to have some commitment. Okay. So here's the deal. Second real estate, and this is one we're going to spend some time on. So he happens to also be a private client. He also happens to be one of my close friends. So I am a little bit more in his business than he probably wants me to be. But here's the breakdown. I took down some notes after our last meeting. I want you just to think about this for a second. A lot of people are doing business and making it way more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, so here are his numbers. And I'm speaking a little bit general here, but in the last year, he's made $400,000 profit. Okay, $400,000 profit. Now we're going to have a few little expenses out here, but let's just $400,000 profit. It was really broken down into two categories. Number one, he made $100,000 of that by spending $50,000 for leads on a very prominent
That's
real
sweet.
estate website. Okay, so $50,000 in, he made 150,000 out minus the 50 that he spent on leads, 100 grand. Okay, that was where 100 of his 400,000 came from. Okay, the other $300,000 in profit for his business came from his sphere, his network, the people that he knows, the people that know him, like him, trust him, remember him, so on and so forth. And so, what we do in our coaching sessions and what he is absolutely committed to doing is we spend 15 minutes a day, no more, no less. 15 minutes a day in committed, on purpose, with intention activity into pouring into that sphere of influence. And we have a bunch of different things that we do, but none of them are particularly difficult. But it's only a 15-minute a day deal. Does he use some direct mail? Yes. Does he do some other things? Yes. But I'm going to break down what he does, and we're going to actually play a little bit on here. I wrote down just a couple of things he does. He does use direct mail, not in a big farm. This is only to his sphere. He does attend some events. Okay. He also does a weekly email with whatever YouTube video he posts for the week. So he does usually a walkthrough of a house. He spends a little bit more time in multifamily, so he's doing a walkthrough or he's doing something where he's on video talking to his sphere, and then we send an email to that sphere saying, "Hey, here's our newest video up on YouTube." And then he does two other things that we're going to do together today. Okay. The first one is I'd like for you to just take out a pen and a piece of paper real quick. This is the minute. This is how we start every day for him. Literally every single day. And you can do this. You can start this today, and it will not make any sense to many of you. Some of you are going to think it's totally woo-woo. Some of you are not going to get it. And some of you are just going to play, I'm not playing this. I don't care what this Yahoo wearing some weird t-shirt is going to tell me that has a slow cooker on his bookshelf. You're not going to pay attention or whatever. So I totally get that. But here's what we do. We spend 1 minute of our 15 minutes writing out 10 things that we are grateful for the day. Okay. Now, I've taken this to such an extreme that I think Steve Smith is on here, but I helped create a company that sells these pads. I'm not here to sell you a pad, but there are all kinds of tools that you can use if you're like me and you need a list. But just take 1 second, 30 seconds, and just jot down on your notebook, jot down on your pad, just jot down 10 things that you are grateful for. They can be people, places, things, events, experiences. Doesn't really matter. It's just to put the mindset in. We're living in gratitude. So I'm going to do that as well. We're going to take just 1 second and go ahead and do that. Okay. So just wrote down 10 things. Should already finish that. Anybody, I only want to take 1 minute, maybe have one or two of you. If you want to take yourself off mute and just read yours, read 1, 2, or 3 of them aloud, just helps put it in the space. I have him read it aloud to his desk. He doesn't read it, but I'll give you, here's mine: cheese, Debbie, Ray, coffee, iPhones, the ocean, my pillow, jive music, books, and my new UFUs. So I have UFU flip-flops that I just got yesterday. They're super awesome because that's mine. So anyone?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, whoever said I'll go, cool. And
How
then Mark,
many
we'll
you
go to you.
say? How many?
How many ever you want? 1, 3, 5, all 10, doesn't matter.
Okay, my grandson, my new office, my family, resources for real estate, my doctor that I went to go visit yesterday, good food to eat, my home, being alive, meeting people, life.
Awesome. Excellent. Excellent job. Excellent job. Mark.
Have health, shelter, family, friends, food, colleagues, opportunities, vision, savings, and support.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. I got 5. It's my wife of 52 years,
Congrats.
3 children, my home, my health, and my garden. Thank you.
Awesome. I love that. The garden's awesome. It's a great place to play. Fantastic. Chris.
I'm gonna go with first my health.
Awesome.
And then I got my exercise done this morning, and probably my wife and family, and then some great marketing.
Probably.
I love the probably. That's a good one. Probably my wife and kids. It depends if they're behaving themselves.
Exactly.
Get it. Awesome. MD.
Well, I have 10 things. Allah help me to stay in good health. I have a great family. I have a car and house, have a shelter to live. I have a good friends. I have a parents. They're alive. Lot of good things. I have a mentors, family, friend, and I have a lot of good electronic gadgets.
Awesome. I love that. Fantastic. Fantastic. Tashar.
Yeah, good morning, sir. I written down 10 things, but three things I would like to say. First is a God, family, and business.
Awesome. Fantastic. Taisha.
Hello, I want to say I want to give thanks to God for a second chance for life, health, and strength, my family, able to wake up in my right mind, a shelter over my head, just, life. Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely love it. So great job, you guys. So can you just already hear, just in the few minutes we did this, how the vibration of your energy is a little bit up? And I don't mean that in a woo-woo perspective. I just mean that in the sense that we're feeling a little good. We're all engaged here. Now, I want to give you the same exercise that I gave to my client. He's also my friend. So if I flip and call him my friend, I'm going to call him my friend as well, because a lot of my clients become friends and we're friends already. So here's what we do. Every day, we pick almost every day. So we only have 15 minutes. So he gets to pick and choose. It's like a choose your own adventure. You get to choose your own adventure on this. But here's an exercise that we do. We are going to do this exercise next Wednesday. So any result you get from here that you want to bring over and share with us on the event next Wednesday, would absolutely love to have that happen. But we're going to see if we have some time to do some results here as well. Okay, here's the deal. We need our phones. Everyone grab your phone. I promise this is not going to melt you. I promise this is not going to burn you. I promise that there will be nothing but good that comes out of this if you participate. If you don't participate and you sit on the sidelines, your competitors could be doing this because their competitors could be coming to one of our events, and you will see the power of this when it's done. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend 5 minutes max texting as many people that are already in our phone. Since they're already on our network, they're already in our phone. Gary just got back from a great conference. It sounds like he's got a bunch of new people in his phone. Many of you have people in your phone from your church, your community, your office, your friends, your family, your exes, your dog walkers, your catchers, your drug dealers. Whoever's in your phone is part of your network, right? And so what we want to do is we want to pour into that network. Okay, hopefully many of you don't have your drug dealers in there. That was just a joke to watch Ray smile. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to text as many people as we can in our phone. So I've got some rules for you. Number 1, no selling. Don't try to set up appointments. We're not trying to set up listing appointments. We're not trying to set people up. This is not about selling. This is about pouring value, pouring energy just into our network, okay? So number 1, no selling. Number 2, checking in with that network. And when you check in with them, okay, it's about finding out what's got them excited for the day. So I might say something like, "Hey Gary, hope you're doing well and awesome. Hey, I was just thinking about you today, and hey, I was just wondering what's got you excited these days." I love saying what's got you excited these days because I want them to tell me what they're working on. Do they have a new job? Did they move? Do they got a new grandkid? Did they just get like I have a friend of mine that's getting tested to give away a kidney. So I'm going to check in with her to see how that went. It's just to spark conversation and pour this value of these people back into them. So no selling. We're just checking in. Ask what's got them excited. You don't have to do that, but that's just a way. I like ending with a question so that people are more likely to respond back to you. And then here's the thing. Here's some little caveats to that. Your phone is going to ring back. Okay, your phone is going to text back. They're going to get the message and you're going to start getting text back. So number 1, please do not respond to anybody that texts back for the 5 minutes. So for 5 minutes, we're going to go outbound only. We're not going to check inbound until afterwards. Okay, so no checking. Number 2, no responding. Even if the person says, I'm ready to rock and roll, they can wait 5 minutes. I don't want it to distract you from your outbound, intentional, on purpose pouring into your network. And number 3, for extra credit. So for those of you that have been with me before or been around this before, Ray, Debbie, Peggy, Ken, Steve, Emmeline, for you guys. Oh, cool. Jocelyn, she says she's done this before. Here's the thing. When you see me do it, I'm going to go like this because I'm going way back in my phone because I want to reconnect with people I haven't connected with before. Doesn't matter to me if they're friends from high school. This is about just pouring into your network, okay? So we're only going to have a couple of minutes when we're done. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. I want you to just do as many as you possibly can. If it's 5, great. If it's 30, great. If it's 22, cool. I don't even care if you cut and paste the same message over and over, just don't personalize it that way, okay? But this is about quantity versus quality. Quantity of just getting check-in messages into your network, as many as you can. Okay, so I'm gonna put a dealio on my clock for 5 minutes.
Just
Okay?
really quick, do we include their names, like their first name?
You can, you don't have to.
Okay.
You can. It'll make it more personal. I mean, if you say, hey, Jose, sitting here thinking about you, hope you're doing well. Hey, what's got you excited these days? Okay. Please don't assume that you know what has them excited for the day. You don't know if they just had a grandbaby. You don't know if they just had something happen in their business. You don't know even if they're your best friend. Okay. So I've got 5 minutes on the clock and let's go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. As we wrap up, do me a favor, drop in the chat how many you sent out. I'll tell you, I had 12. I had 12, and out of 12, 3 people have already responded back to me. Okay, so here's the thing. Imagine what your business looks like if you did that for just 5 minutes a day. You didn't care, it was just going out. 18, right? 18, Kelly, fantastic job. 9, 2 responded already, fantastic. Okay, if you count those up, here's how I want you to think about this. What if your biggest competitor is doing this right now in their phone and your network is in their phone? Okay, and here's how I'll do the math on this. 11, 2 responses. You are going to get responses all day long today. You'll have more responses by the end of the hour. So here's what I'm going to ask. Number 1, if you're coming to our event next week, which we hope you are, bring the results and we'd love to hear from them. Number 2, if you get a great response, drop it in the Facebook group today. Say, hey, we did this texting exercise this morning. I sent out this text and this was what I got as a response, right? And I'm going to finish off with just a little bit of math. Okay, so I want to go back. It looks like 7. It looks like I'm going to call 10 being kind of the middle ground here. Think about this, guys. If you did this for 5 minutes a day and you got an average of 10 messages out, you did that 20 days a month, which is basically 5 days a week. That is 200 outbound text messages times 12 is 2,400 outbound messages pouring into your network and building that community together. One of the things you'll hear me say on Wednesday and Thursday of next week is connectivity is today's new currency. We're just helping people spend that currency and ultimately bring it back to you. So I hope this was helpful. I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday and Thursday next week. But try this. Start every day. Quick gratitude list. Get you in the right mindset. Send out messages for 5 minutes a day and watch what happens. So with that, Debbie, Ray, thank you so much for allowing me to come in and share this. It looks like, I mean, what's cool, you guys, if we started adding these up, we probably did over, there's 863 on here. Probably 40 of you did this. If you added up what everybody did, we just poured into well over a couple of hundred people and made their morning together just as an absolutely group. Right? Kelly said one responded with, who the hell are you? I love that. Go, this is Casey. I miss you. What's going on? So with that, have some fun with it. And if you don't know who they are, get them out of your phone so that you can spend some time with people that are. So with that, Debbie, Ray, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful.
Thank you,
I love
Casey.
it. Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, you know what, Ray, you talk and do any questions, and I'm going to start setting up breakout rooms. How's that?
Okay, let's do it. Casey, thanks for showing up for all of us today. Hey guys, well done. Thanks for playing along with the exercise. It's awesome. Questions, comments? Who has done this before? Drop a 1 in the chat. Who was this a brand new exercise to? Drop a 2 in the chat. Let us know you're still with us. We need to know heartbeats are still here, guys. All right, awesome, John.
So really quickly, can I just ask, how can we change this up as far as the wording, the script every time. Let's just say we catch the same people or something, we don't want to repeat the
Who's
same.
talking?
Yeah, that's a
What
great
is
question.
that?
That's a great question. So when you scroll that person, if you see them next time and you see they either haven't responded or you see the text message, I just make it up as I go. Like my 12, I've done this enough that I actually personalize sort of each one. If I knew something, like one person had made a referral to me, so I thanked him for the referral. One was a client, so I knew that they had a call this morning at 9. I wished them luck on the call. So when you start doing this over time, you're going to start to see that you've developed some things that work and some that may not work. But it's more about doing it. There are plenty of times where I don't cut and paste. So I think that's the big distinction. If you don't want to say the same thing every time, don't do it as an absolute just cut and paste.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you
Casey,
guys, one of the things I do is I live in Los Angeles, so I'm in my car a lot and I do a lot of stopping at traffic. I have a stack of business cards in my car that if people I meet at events. So when I'm in a car, I'm just in a habit that I'm always texting somebody at a stoplight. And then I don't leave a parking spot without making one or two texts. So I'm in this, like when you get this, when you understand the power of this and what it results on the bottom line of your business, it will drive results. But this is just a good start point.
Casey, can you expand this across social platforms like LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram as well?
Yeah, so one of the things that we do, remember going back to my client, I say, what do we do for 5 minutes? When we do this exercise, he'll do 5 minutes in the text thing, and then he'll probably do 5 minutes of Facebook messaging, and he'll do 5 minutes of Instagram DMs and 5 minutes of LinkedIn messaging. So remember what we're actually trying to do here is we are trying to pour value into our network so that people build their know, like, trust, and remember us. We're all competing in a very, very big world. It's those people that take a half a step forward are going to stand out from the crowd over a long period of time. So it's like if I see somebody on Facebook and it's their birthday, it's real easy to just click that thing and put it on their wall. We all have 600 messages come through on our birthday. We don't even read them all. Half step further would be to send them a private message about their birthday. They're probably going to read that. But if they're my friend and I know they're in my phone, I literally pick up my phone and I will text them or I will call them in on their birthday. It's just those little things. So, this 5 minute exercise absolutely works in social media. Here's the only thing I will say using social media, just from a technical standpoint. If you're going to do this, I would not sit down and do 5 minutes. I would do 40 messages. I would not go much over 40 before Facebook gets a little cranky. So sit down, do 25, 30, and then move to a different platform for the day.
I love it. Thank you. Guys, what other questions do we have before we go into breakout rooms? Any questions? Any suggestions? Do you guys have something that works that you want to share? MD, you're up, bud.
So yeah, so like you should do text messaging, WhatsApp, your like a LinkedIn, TikTok, other social platform. What is the estimated time you should do it every day? 5 minutes for one platform, but what is your recommendation for go on that?
Yeah, so that's a little bit more in-depth question on what I recommend. So I'll kind of give you a generic version of that. Is the shorter answer is whatever you'll do. So for me, when I get on Facebook, I just have got myself in the habit that before I start scrolling, I have a list of things I do. And one of them is I look and see in my like who shows up there, 4 or 5 people, and I send them a quick message. Good morning, how's it going? Then I'll do my daily activity. So 5 minutes on texting every day is huge. The ultimate is to send a video text message to them. But we just only had 5 minutes here. We're starting this.
To do that.
Yeah, so video text is the best. And then I would say 10 on each platform, or when you go onto the platform, before you start whatever scrolling and nonsense you're going to do, spend 2 or 3 minutes, put into your network personally, then go do whatever nonsense you're going to do. It's not going to take that much time out of your Facebook time or your TikTok time or whatever.
Casey, there's a question in the chat that says, when do you talk about sales?
Yeah, I don't. That's the best part. I let them drive the conversation to when they're ready to have the conversation. So, for example, I just want somebody to know I'm a loan officer. I want somebody to know I'm a real estate agent. I want somebody to know that I'm out there helping them find resources to better their life in some way. The sales conversation will come from either they're on your email list and they know what you do, or you're just in front of them and they need something. What's got you excited? Let me give you an example. I text Ray, hey, what's got you excited these days? Hey, you know what's got me excited is I'm getting ready to sell my house. I'm getting ready to put it on the market. Awesome. Hey, do you have a real estate agent already? Yes. Okay, cool. How can I help you sell the house for a higher list price? I'm always looking to add value, but I am not this exercise is not sales driven. This is not marketing. This is relationship building, not necessarily sales. Do I recommend this for email marketing? Yes, but again, I have a whole email process, but I would send personal emails to people 5 minutes a day. Super easy.
Real quick, can I just throw a little something to you? I had been texting somebody too, or I just did it, and the last message that I texted him was, like, how's it going? Did you get a chance to speak to your partner? Blah 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 about listing his house, and he had responded. She responded, well, he wants to continue with the current agent. So, and this was in January. So now you told us to do this. So do I still? I ended up still sending her a text, even though she
Yeah.
already told me she went with another, supposedly back with her agent. Is it still
Yeah,
okay?
you just said supposedly. So I'd say, hey, this is awesome. Hey, I just checking in. How's the process going with Sally Sue? Anything I can do to help, I'm happy to. See, what happens is sometimes you go, oh, they listed with another thing. We get hurt or pissed off, and then we're like, oh, I'm never talking to them again. But you don't know if the if the listing expires. You don't know if the agent's going to die in the middle of this. You don't know if they had a falling out. So why not continuously add into the network? And you don't know if what if this person had a bad experience with their agent? Next time around, you're the one that they recommend.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts. Thanks.
Yeah.
I used to watch a
Oh.
TV show when I was a young guy, and there was she had a saying on there. She says, "It's so nice to be nice," and I think if you just like concentrate on that, and I also took a Dale Carnegie sales course many, many years ago, and the top salesman collected information on the clients, their children, they like golf, they like this, they like that. So then when they're sending a text, they could say, hope you're enjoying your golf tournament, or you can personalize it, and that really connects with people because they feel like, oh, even if you're doing CRM in a database, they still think, well, that person at least remembered that I like golf. So you step up your connections a couple notches by knowing some details about the person's life and in asking something like that. That was with the Dale Carnegie. That was a top salesman. He said that the top salesman, he every Saturday he sat down for 2 hours and wrote letters, thank yous, sent pictures, said thank you for your business, really appreciate it, and he was a super salesman. So
Yep. The more you can pour into your network, the better off that network is going to pour into you. It's actually very, very simple. It's just most people are trying to shortcut. They're playing checkers against people that know how to play the game chess.
All right, you guys, we are going to go into our first set of breakout rooms. Casey, do you have a icebreaker question?
Yeah, best job you've ever had. Best job you've ever had. Mine,
All right.
McDonald's.
All right, here you go. We're back from breakout rooms. So now that we did that exercise at the first part of the meeting, tell me how many, like drop in the chat, how many people have responded to you? And does anybody have an amazing answer that they got or a connection that they got from their reach out that they want to tell us about? Elaine.
I'll just say I didn't do too many. I did 3, but 2 of them already replied, and I'm surprised about that. I have too many business contacts, and I was looking for somebody who was not an appraiser or a lender, or like in my phone, I was a little bit thrown off by that, so I only sent it to 3, but 2 got back to me.
Excellent. And I would say don't not want to send it to your business partners, your referral partners, because you never know when they might have a referral for you, right? And so it's really just about staying top of mind with them. Casey, take over.
Yeah, it's really about staying top of mind. We have Debbie, oh, there we go. So Networking Riches invite is the event link for you guys. It's free. That link is going to bring you in for free. And if you use Debbie 50, I believe, in the promo code, if you want to upgrade to VIP, here's the thing. During the event, I'm going to hammer you to upgrade to VIP. It's going to cost you $100. You get the slides, you get the recordings, you get 2 additional bonus sessions. To me, VIP is like a no-brainer because we do a lot of stuff in there. But W50 won't work that day. So if you're going to upgrade, I think it actually will work that day, but I won't say it live in front of a room of people that are there. So networkingrichesinvite.com. In the promo code, do W50, and you're going to go, yeah, but it doesn't do that. When you click to the next page, it will. Okay, so just just be aware of that. My breakout
Excellent.
room was
Thanks.
awesome, by the way.
Love that. Ray, you got final thoughts here? We've got 6 minutes left.
Yeah, guys, just remember that one of the best things that you can do is invest in your network and yourself. And by spending 5 minutes a day, whether it's sending text messages, whether it's doing something on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, it's an investment in the future that's going to pay dividends. And last thing I'll say, sorry, Debbie, is I'm uploading the chat right now, so feel free to download that.
Yeah, this morning I'm off, so I didn't tell you guys. If you haven't already put all your contact information in the chat, do that now. We might mean that Ray has to save the chat again. But make sure you get your contact in the chat. Hopefully there was someone maybe in your breakout room, maybe in the main session that you connected with, you want to connect with further, and you can.
Also, I just posted in the chat, but Ellen had posted before the breakout rooms a way for you guys that are using Android to be able to do group text or text over and over and over again. So I put it in there. It's where it says Android text settings, gear, text shortcuts, name, type text. That's for you Android users. I just put it in there so you'll have it in the download chat. I mean, the easy way to do it is just go to your local T-Mobile store and get an iPhone like the rest of the world. But if you're still Debbie and you still decide that you need to work with an abacus and smoke signals, stick with Android. I'm joking. I'm an Apple stockholder, if you can't tell. So
Send me for anyone.
All right, you guys. Okay, so I would love to hear from anyone else who got a really cool response from one of the text messages they sent out. Anyone who want to raise their hand and tell us a response or a result they got?
I want to raise my hand.
Okay, Diana, go for it.
Yes, can you please put Casey's info for the coaching, the information that he has and the contacts, please?
Yeah, she'll put the link to the event in there. And then the other thing, guys, if you got something out of today, one of the best things that you can do to help your fellow agents around the country and around the world is go into the Facebook group, the Real Estate Agent Referral Network Facebook group, and talk about what you learned. What did you take away from this morning? You don't need to tag me. I'm not trying to get tagged in a thing. Tag Debbie and Ray and just say this is a great event. But it really helps other people recognize that there's some true value out of being here, for sure.
Thank you, Casey. All right, so I dropped it in the chat again. It's networkingrichesinvite.com. That will take you to the registration. And if you decide that you want to upgrade to VIP, you could do that with my code that's Debbie50 to give you the upgrade for only $50 instead of the $97. Everyone, now's the time to download the chat. I see Danny on here. Anybody need Danny to send it to them because you're on your cell phone and can't do it yourself? All right.
Hey, Kelly, we see your hand up. Do you have something you want to leave us with?
Yeah, thank you. The person that I texted because I forgot to put my contact information in the autofill is, who the hell are you? I texted them and said, oh, sorry, I'm so and so. They said, okay, well, fine. Well, I'm looking for 5 to 20 acres with a stream nearby. So who knows? I don't know who they are. They didn't know who I was, but they were in my phone. So I guess we'll start working together again.
Wrong number, right person.
Ta-da! Like that, like Kelly, that was worth not only your 5 minutes, but it's worth the 5 minutes a day for the rest of your life or until you stop selling real estate, right? Okay, I love that. That's what I wanted. One person to tell me a result that was super cool that we could all see that it really does work. All right, you guys, we're going to put a cap on this one. I will see you next week.